So if I could put you in a DeLorean, in a Back to the Future DeLorean, and change a sporting moments of your sports past that you could change, go back in time and say, don't do this because it would lead to the misery that you suffered as a sports fan otherwise, what would that be, Ninja?
Dude, I'd go back in time, man, and I would tell the ref to not pick up the flag against the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs.
Against the Lions. I like it. That is
Come on,
good.
Man.
That was passing.
Like, no, you're going to leave that flag on the ground. Don't you pick that up? That was the right call, you little.
Careful now. Careful. We're in a family show. But I appreciate the moxie. But I'd love that.
That's a fan.
What better way? Okay, you could also go back in time and tell Barry Sanders, just stick around a little longer. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, a couple more years.
We could do that. But I love that. Shows off. That's how deep a Lions fan you are, because that was you had him. You had him, Ninja.
Dude, we did, man. And like, we were a good team. I think we've always been a good team. We've always had good talent, right? That's one thing that's really frustrating being a Lions fan all these years is like we see these top players on our team, right? Megatron, right now with Galladay and Stafford, obviously just always been an animal. Now he's fully healthy. And just to not succeed when you have the talent, you have the weapons, it can be frustrating. So when we were actually doing really well that year, man, and that game was ours to win, it's frustrating, bro.
I could feel it. I could sense it. How are you a Lions fan when you're from Chicago, right? Is your original?
Yeah, so my parents they raised two of my brothers before I was born in Detroit. They were in Detroit for a while. So my dad was a Lions fan. And then right when I was born, we moved over to Illinois. So my oldest brother, John, was, I think he was like 11, 12, 13. Eventually he was old enough to know and, kind of become his own fan. Right. And then he was a Lions fan. And then my dad was like, screw this, Lions, suck. They never win. I'm going to be a Bears fan because he lived in Illinois for, 15 some years now. It's like, at what point is it like not a sellout or a bandwagon move to switch teams?
Yes.
And I feel like, that's pretty solid, right? You live in the state for 15 years or something like that. You can become a fan, especially if your team is not performing or you don't like the way their team's being run. So my brother stayed a Lions fan. I eventually loved watching football. John pulled me into this bar in Michigan and Wisconsin, or sorry, not in Michigan, in Wisconsin while we were actually going to college together for a year.
Right.
And, he was having a beer. I had a root beer, and we watched the Lions play, and, he gave me a jersey, and it was the coolest thing ever. It was the only Lions bar in all of Wisconsin that we knew of. It was just such a cool experience. And that's how I became a Lions fan ever since.
A Lions fan in the heart of Packers country, in a bar, in a Lions bar. That is, oh my God. I've never could imagine that there's a Lions bar.
Chewy's bar. And he actually, he had cancer and he ended up passing from it, but he was the nicest guy. And, it was a small bar. It was just a really cool thing.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.